In this video, I'm going to show you how to lay out a ball for pin weight. We're starting with a ball that has a pin that is about 2.5 inches from the center of gravity, and it has 2.9 ounces of top weight. We begin by drawing an arc through the pin and the center of gravity. So I'm going to line those 2 points up in the cradle so that they're in line with the edge of the arc maker. And I'm going to draw an arc through those two, and I'm not going to stop at the center of gravity. I'm going to go down about 2 inches. Now what we want to do is we want this ball to roll in such a way that the pin and the CG are rolling on the same circle as the ball rotates about the axis of roll. Now we're going to measure along this arc from the center of gravity 5 inches. That's the horizontal distance to the axis point of this ball, which is right here. It looks like we're measuring vertically perhaps, but we're really measuring horizontally. Then I'm going to rotate that point to the top of the ball, keeping the arc lined up with the arc maker. And when we get here, I'm going to go perpendicular to that 1 inch. So I'm going to turn my arc maker around and go 1 inch. And I have a point in the literature with the Phoenix ball balancing system. We call this point A, this point B, and this point C. The center line is actually going to be an arc from C through the center of gravity point A. So let's draw that now. So I line up point C and point A, the CG, and draw an arc. I'm also going to put the center of gravity at 0. And I'll draw my center line, the center line for drilling the gripping holes. The midline is perpendicular to this, and it passes through point A. So now all I have to do is reverse the arc maker and draw an arc, which will be the midline for the ball. So now we have a ball that's laid out to have gripping holes drilled here and here. This angle is the same as the angle from the midline to the PAP. Therefore, the ball will roll with the CG and the pin on the same circle as it rolls around the axis of roll. Now let me show you a problem that will happen a lot. This pin is 2.5 inches from the CG, which means the gripping holes are probably going to be, one of the gripping holes is going to be right through the pin. If that doesn't bother you, drill the gripping hole there. But if you want to avoid that, what we can do is this. Instead of using the CG as point A, and you can often tell this is going to happen ahead of time if this is only 2.5 inches, then what we can do is we can go along this first arc 1.5, 2 inches. It looks like we're going to need 2 inches in this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 2 inches along the first arc that goes through the pin and the CG. So I put the CG on top and mark 2 inches here. This becomes our new point A. Then we're going to measure, let's move that to the top. Now we're going to measure 5 inches along that arc, which is right here. That's going to be our new point B. We'll put that in the center. We'll go 1 inch from that which gives us our new point C. Now, things haven't changed a lot. We just kind of shifted things around a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through this new point C to the new point A, and that will be the center line. So we'll line up the new point C and the new point A. I'm going to put the new point A on top again. This is the new center line. And this is the new midline. Now by shifting the points A, B, and C down, the CG and the pin will still rotate on the same circle about the axis of roll as before. We started with 2.9 ounces of top weight, and by shifting 2 inches, that only changes the top weight by about 0.2 of an ounce. So it's about 2.7 or 2.6 if we shift the center of grip to point A down here. So any distance from no shift at all to 2 inches is probably going to work for most balls.